next contestant, he's not a contestant, it's not The Price is Right. Come on down. Actually, why don't we do that? Jason Johnson, come on down. Here we go. Jason's going to teach us about international travel. He is one heck of a guy. He loves backpacking, tree climbing. How's that going? Really well. Good. Scuba diving, skydiving, and he is going to teach us how we can travel internationally and do it on a budget. So here we go, Jason. Thanks.
All righty, here we go. So St. Augustine once said that the world is a book, and those who do not travel read only a page. So tonight I'm going to attempt to disprove two notions that I believe plague the United States. And they are, number one, that you have to have a lot of money to be wealthy. And number two, that extensive international travel is reserved for people with lots of money. So let's start with wealth. When you think of wealth, what do you imagine? Sports cars, private jets, unnecessarily large houses in South Lincoln. Our culture is obsessed with junk, and none of it brings real joy to people. We all think it will, but in the end, it really only makes us work some job we hate in order to pay for it. So stop buying stuff you don't need. We all have to establish priorities in our finances, because small purchases here and there end up costing a lot of people a huge chunk of their income. My wife and I are always looking for ways to cut costs wherever we can. Primary examples are cell phones. We don't have texting or internet on our cell phones. We just have the very basic plan, because it's about a third as much as having the unlimited everything plan. And we save a little over $1,500 a year by making this one sacrifice of not being able to text and email people on our phones. So what do we do with $1,500 that we save? Well, a good example is you can buy round-trip tickets to Egypt, which we actually did last year. Round trip from Lincoln, Nebraska to Cairo, Egypt is about $709 a ticket. This is the receipt right here, proof. So, instead of defining wealth as a person's monetary net worth, the total of all your assets minus your liabilities or your debts, I define wealth by the amount of time someone has to spend with their friends and their family and to pursue their passions. You might make $6 million a year, but if you hate your job, you have to work all the time, you don't have time for your friends or families, or to pursue your passion, you're one of the poorest people alive. But then there's the guy only making 15 grand a year, but he has all kinds of time for the people in his life and to pursue the things he cares about. This is the guy with the real wealth. Don't be fooled. Less truly is more. The financial priorities in my life are really simple. I want to cut all unnecessary costs out so that I'm able to spend more time pursuing my passion, which is travel. So, notion number two, international travel is reserved for those people with lots of money. I have never been wealthy according to the traditional definition, but nonetheless, my wife and I have still been able to travel through 28 countries before our 24th birthdays. Thanks. And the only way this has been possible is through us rearranging our financial priorities and by traveling economically. You don't have to spend a lot of money to go on huge trips. Erin and I spent part of a summer in Europe, traveled through 13 countries, had an incredible time, met some awesome people, spent about $2,000 a person. And Europe's an expensive destination, one of the most expensive in the world. There's definitely cheaper places to go. So, excuse me. Traveling on a low budget forces you to interact with the local culture and to overcome fears that hold the majority of people back. It's just better in every aspect, including the fact that the trip wouldn't have been possible or affordable otherwise. Interacting with cultures that I don't understand has made me look at everything from a different perspective. Because I was born and raised here in Nebraska, but every time I come back here after being abroad, it's a completely new place to me. Now, obviously, Nebraska hasn't changed that much, but each trip changes me. Travel has made me realize how little I know and understand about the world. And at the same time, it's made it seem so much smaller and more attainable. When I hear about a disaster somewhere that I've traveled, it's no longer just a headline to me, but it's a real place with real families just like mine. I truly believe that the world would have a lot less war and a lot more friendships if we all traveled more. You don't have to have a lot of money to be a really wealthy person. Don't waste your life doing things you hate in pursuit of junk, but spend it on the people and the things that you're passionate about. If you want some more information on economical travel, an awesome website out there is artoftravel.com. I don't have any affiliation with this website, but I think it's some of the best information available, and there's no advertising on it. It's a completely free site. It's really awesome. But the world is a book, and I would encourage every one of you to read every page. Thank you.